As a vegan, you want a garden full of healthy plants. Healthy plants fight off diseases and pests, and they have more nutrients, which help us stay healthy too. Hi, I'm Amy, and today we are talking about vegan friendly composting and fertilizer selection. For transparency, I lean vegetarian and have vegan family members and friends who ask for garden advice. So if you have questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Many of the big name potting soils and compost contain animal products. Some things, such as feather meal and blood meal, are pretty obvious, but ammonia nitrates, whey, and urea may not be. When you make your own compost, you know what's in it. Making compost is the best way to provide a variety of nutrients for your plants. Your compost is also providing a micro ecosystem where earthworms, insects, and microfauna can flourish naturally. First, you need to have an outdoor compost area. If you have the space, a 3 bin system is ideal. That way, you always have one bin to place fresh compost in and the other bins that are being allowed to decompose. There are a variety of plastic models like this one, made for suburban yards, that are okay for a small amount of composting. My daughter in law, who is vegan, has started vegetable gardening, and she got 2 of these metal composting bins this year. What I love about them is all the great ventilation holes on every side. They are also animal proof and easy to secure. We bought hers at a local farm store, but they are pretty widely available. I am not a fan of the tumbler varieties. We had one at a school garden I ran, and it was not a good fit. Think of composting as layering, like a bean salad or lasagna. We have greens such as grass clippings, coffee grounds, and vegetable peelings. Browns are going to be leaves, straw, and wood shavings. Both are needed for the decomposition process. You'll be adding your ingredients as you get them. The micro and macro organisms will come and start working on the decomposition process. You do want to think about moisture, especially vegans who are using lots of vegetable scraps. Make sure you are adding enough browns like straw and wood shavings to absorb moisture. Otherwise, you will have slime. Especially the smaller plastic bins may not be getting enough air circulation. Straw, since it is hollow, is good for helping to increase airflow in your compost pile. It does take up space, but put in a layer after emptying your kitchen materials. And of course, always keep your compost bins covered so that wildlife doesn't get in them. Speaking of wildlife, I have 2 adult books out on wildlife rehabilitation, and for elementary kids, I have a raccoon activity book and just out a Halloween one. A portion of the proceeds go to wildlife rehabilitators. Links to my books are in the description. Please follow my author page on Amazon. Also, if you are gardening on a balcony and are really squeezed for space, you can add some scraps to a container. However, make sure you cover them thoroughly and give them time to decompose. I personally don't turn my compost because it disrupts the microbial life. I did a paper on this in grad school. I prefer to use the layering method, and when the bin is full, I let it sit for 6 months, then move on to the next bin. If the weather is hot and dry, I may water it, but otherwise, I let it do its thing. I am a big fan of soil tests. A soil test is critical for gardeners. I have a video on this that I will link below. A soil test will tell you if you are above or below in necessary elements or minerals, and give you a pH value, which is important when growing many plants. Soils today are often very depleted, and if you are in an urban area, very disturbed. There are some excellent plant based fertilizers if your garden is lacking in certain nutrients. Alfalfa is a fabulous source of nitrogen, and organic alfalfa meal is widely available. In addition, alfalfa makes a good cover crop. Alfalfa meal is great to add to the soil before transplanting brassica crops. Cottonseed meal is another great vegan friendly fertilizer. It has nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. It is acidic and will lower pH values. It's great for things like blueberries and azaleas. Blueberries are easy to grow and very hardy, but they must have a more acidic soil. I have a blueberry video as well as several about growing specific plants. Just know that the recommendations are always organic, but not always strictly vegan. But I'm always happy to answer nice questions about gardening in the comments. Kelp meal is a great plant option as it contains many minor elements or trace minerals. The plant needs less of these, but they are still essential for growth. Minerals can be a bit harder to evaluate. Minerals are extracted from the earth and can cause excessive environmental damage. This is an issue I'm currently struggling with myself. Some, such as rock phosphate, are surface mined, which may make them marginally better as far as ecological impact. There are several brands that label themselves as vegan or plant based. I'm not sponsored. I have just used both of these brands and like them. Please let me know of others you have tried. My vegan friends often tell me that established gardeners tell them you can't compost without animal products, and that is simply not true. I hope this information has been helpful and you feel more confident on your gardening journey. Please hit that subscribe button as I publish videos on organic gardening and wildlife conservation every week. Thanks for watching and have a fabulous sunny day.